Hello, and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of July 3rd. I'm Catherine Aleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics, because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. So this week, we're back with Brothers and Sisters Season 2, because that will never end. And very sadly, the final episodes of Primo, because that did end, at least Season 1. We can certainly hope that it will be back for Season 2, because it was, like, universally acclaimed. I mean, I did not hear a bad word about it from any of the critics that I follow. So
Right, me neither. Come on, Freebie. We'll watch your commercials. We don't mind.
Yeah, well, I don't mind. Hyundai.
We'll even say the name of your advertisers on our podcast.
That's right.
For those 5 or 6 people who didn't watch the show.
It's amazing. Yes. So the last 2 episodes were called The Recruitment Fair and what? So the Recruitment Fair, as you can imagine, it was Uncle Mike having to try to, recruit people into the army at the school gym, while Maya's very imposing father was trying to recruit Air Force. What do you call it? People into the Air Force across the gym. So Primo went to this event because he was trying to get in to Maya's dad's good graces, which eventually he kind of did.
Yes,
I would say.
His recruitment table had a flight simulator, which Rafa was able to do very well on.
Yes.
And not at all like somebody who was on crack. So that sense of humor is going to get you in trouble, boy. Watch that sarcasm.
Right. Oh, boy. So yeah. What else can we say about all this?
At the same time, that was with the flea market was the same one, right?
I believe.
Was it that one?
Hold on. Yes, it was the flea market where Mondo's inappropriate sculptures were there, and then
heavy use of the pixelation machine.
Lots of pixelating.
We still have never seen Mondo's sculptures. You have to wait till reruns are on, Cinemax or something.
Yes, but it transpires that Mondo has an ex-friend who sells leather goods at the flea market, and there's an altercation.
Yeah, I thought Mondo would just be opposed to leather on principle, but there was a co-owned cow that met a terrible pelty fate, and that was the end of their friendship and the beginning of their enemyship. Right.
Yeah, apparently when they joined up to buy the cow, they did not discuss what they were going to do with the cow.
Right.
Because one thought it was a pet, and one thought it was a great source of cowhide.
Right. And steaks, too, I assume. Somebody, they didn't, no, anyway.
Yeah.
Less thought about that, the better.
Right.
But, so Rolly, of course, wants to go beat the guy up, and Mondo is telling him not to. But in the end, Mondo stands up for himself by peeing on the guy's leather shorts. Sort of in keeping with his sculptures,
Yes, that's right.
But
and meanwhile, Drea realizes that no one is going to be in her house for the entire day, and she has a very relatable mom's day in all by herself.
So fun. And working on her romance novel.
Right.
About a rap star who
definitely is not Usher.
Comes to a convenience store and has a fling with the manager. Who could that be?
Right.
So that was very, very cute and fun. And just a completely enjoyable episode. Mm-hmm. Fairly self-contained.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Except continuing the storyline that Rafa likes.
Mixing and matching of... Jay wasn't really in this one, but...
No.
You had Rolly and Mondo paired up. You had Rafa and Uncle Mike paired up.
So you can mix and match this cast in any particular way you want, and it will work out well.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing about having so very many characters.
So very many characters who are all wonderful.
Yes.
And enjoyable.
Yes.
So.
And all on an equal level. Not some are the main characters and some are supporting. Right. They're just all there, ready for their storyline.
Right. Exactly. And then the other one was the other story in that was Ryan at the bank trying to meet a patron.
Was that in that one, or was that in the second one?
Maybe it was in the next one.
Well, at any rate, somewhere along the line there was a...
But now there's a new love interest in a coworker, I believe.
Yes.
Where they're going with that.
I swear. Yeah, that does seem to be. Because just hoping somebody that you've only seen online will come in and enjoy the charcuterie board and, want to go out with you, and will be somebody that you will want to go out with.
And when you say only seen, really you've only seen like their name and their financial data. You've not seen her face.
Right. So that could go badly, man.
Yeah.
But yes, the coworker seems like if there is more of this show, that will be going in a direction. So
right.
Hopefully her family is not moving to Missouri.
Yes, which is what we learn in the final episode.
Aww.
What? There's lots of what moments, and one of them is that Maya's family has to move. This is because she's a military brat, as we know.
So
sad.
That was sweetly done.
Yes.
Rafa finally gets his nerve up to tell her he likes her. But of course, he writes a letter because he doesn't have that much nerve up.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives her the letter. And before she looks at it, she tells him that they're moving. And she's not sure she wants to look at the letter. And he's not sure what he wants to do. He's playing it cool and goes back home. But then she reads the letter and he realizes he still wants to tell her. So they, of course, go walking in the night. See one another,
running towards each other in the street. Run up to
each other. Yes, totally predictable, and yet I loved it.
But they also made it funny because they ran up to each other, and then Maya said, "Why were you running?" He's like, "I don't know. You were running," which we've already established that she's the Trek person, and he is not at all.
Yes, so. She read his letter and they kiss. And if there's another season, maybe something happens that she doesn't have to move.
Yeah.
Or they are pen pals. I mean, nowadays.
Or she'll be on FaceTime.
Exactly. Her brother had a similar situation, and I guess that did not go well. But he was still glad that he did it. He actually gave her nice, good advice, her brother.
Right.
And said something nice about Rafa. So I guess now that he's leaving town, he can afford to be magnanimous. But sure, I'll get this guy in good with my sister because we're leaving. What's going to happen? And
who cares?
Yeah. But that's very sweet. Young love.
Yeah. That must have been the part at which your daughter teared
That
up.
must have been. Yes. So sweet and sad, but cute.
Yeah. And also in this episode, it was revealed that Drea has been dating Sammy the bus driver for 6 months. And
this entire season, because it started with the negotiating for a jacket that was in the first episode.
Yeah, and they did something they've done, I think, in a few other episodes where they flash back and sort of widen out the screen, widen out the frame so that you see all the times where Sammy has actually been around and nobody noticed. So I thought that was really fun.
Yes. And he seems like the kind of dude you would have to date to be able to put up with her family.
Her whole life.
Yes. He's not fazed by her brothers ransacking his car.
Right. But they do, of course, start with somebody else's car.
Yes.
Her friend Gloria.
Yeah. You never trust Rolly with the key, to get the right keys. But
yeah. Why no one asked that question earlier?
Yep. 2 delightful episodes to end a delightful season of television. Absolutely. A very short season of television.
I know. They know how to keep each episode to 30 minutes.
Yes, they do. It's so nice. We who watch things right before we podcast about them, thank you.
Yeah, this is how sitcoms are supposed to work.
Exactly.
We liked you, Ted Lasso, but...
Yes, we did. Come on, guys. You got a little indulgent there at the end, is all we're saying. Mm-hmm. Why not save half of that stuff for an extra season?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Or cut it, as could well have been done. But Primo, just the right length. Mm-hmm. Just enough of everything. Every little vignette, perfect.
Right.
So,
and everything had a reason, which you didn't always know at the time. The whole bringing the jacket back around was wonderful. So.
Very nice. Yes, I feel like this season was mapped out ahead of time, and the different threads were coordinated, as opposed to some shows we've watched where it's like, oh, crud, we have another 12 episodes. What are we going to do?
Right.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go do this for a while. Oh, no, we did that for a while, and now we got to get back to this other thing. We don't have enough time. Right. So, yes. Plan it out. Storyboards, I understand, are a thing. And you can know exactly when you're doing things and make sure they fit in the amount of time you have.
Amazing.
It's amazing what they can do now. Yes. So, more, please.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Let's hope this comes back.
Yes.
So...
Meanwhile, what do we have more of to last us a lifetime, it seems? Brothers and sisters. So, season 2, episode 11, The Missionary Imposition.
Yes.
In which the missionary brother comes home and... Oh,
not one of these brothers. Not a brother and sister's brother. Well, although I guess it's brothers and sisters can apply to multiple families.
Right.
So, the McAllister brother.
McAllister brother returns, and he wasn't blowing Kevin off. He was having a crisis of faith.
Yeah. That makes it so much better.
But it did lead to, some sweet scenes between Kevin and Scotty.
You got to kind of love Scotty for just bursting in there with soft shell crabs. Defending his territory.
Right.
If, in fact, it is his territory, which, as it turns out, yes, it is. But that was very sweet.
Yeah, I enjoyed that piece of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Luke McFarlane does a lot with the little he's given in creating that character. Mm-hmm. He does makes him just, even when he's being over the top, makes him very, very engaging. And you want to root for that guy.
Yeah.
Even though maybe he could do better than Kevin. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Kevin, he has some issues with decisiveness.
Yes. Yes, he does. And also, I was going to say also he has this family, but the family is entertaining, so.
Oh, yeah. Scotty enjoys the family.
I think so, too.
And their salsa.
Yes. They throw good parties. Mm-hmm. And then, oh my gosh, can the Lena plot thread be done now? Is it going to be done? Is she really going to go away? Is she never going to come back?
I mean, and can quit the winery.
Can they give some notes to the staff about how to pronounce her name? Because I think most people called her Lena, but I think Justin called her Lena. So we're having this issue in our house now, as we discussed yesterday. We have a new dog named Layla, and I have a daughter named Lena. And do I ever overlap those? I plead the fifth. But so it can be hard. You need to establish and practice. But
I had a college roommate whose parents each pronounced her name differently. Not even kidding. So,
oh my goodness,
it happens. I mean, she just sort of attributed it to an accent issue, but I don't know.
I think that's an argument that's been going on for how old was this girl? If I just keep calling her the way I like it, the other person will change.
Right, they'll finally give. Yeah, and she had a sister named Leela, as a matter of fact.
And did that person did Leela get called Leela?
Yes.
Consistently? Okay, because that you can go on Elocution Safari with that one too. So
yeah, but they just
anyway. Yes. Whatever you want to call her, is she gone?
Yeah. I mean, she
don't
quit
let the door hit you on the way out, babe.
Right. She quit the winery and she broke up with Justin. So
and she swears she's not going to sue anybody.
Yeah.
And thank goodness Tommy stopped her from coming in for the kiss, but he didn't have to be talking to her about how much easier it is to talk to her than his wife. Really, let's not close the door of your office, Thomas. Come on, stop it.
It's not hard.
Oh man, will I be happy if that just goes away? And Justin and. She leaves Justin too. She needs to move someplace else. Maybe she could move to Missouri. I understand that that's a good way to disrupt a relationship.
Yes.
But let's see. Boy, the nice scene at the end with Justin and Rebecca chatting. They get along so well. What a shame it is that they're brother and sister, because they have such a chemistry together, don't they? Anyway, they made up. Everybody made up. Tommy and Justin made up.
Kevin and Scotty
made up. And Nora had a date with Isaac that did not involve all of her children.
Yeah, so it easily went better than her previous encounter.
Yes. And Ojai has this big deal to do business with China, and
Steven Weber's Graham Finch is his name.
Right. And everything just seems to be going so well. Campaign's going well.
Yeah, they dropped the whole, I want to have a baby thing for now. So. Yeah.
And Tommy and Julia are going to go to counseling, which seems like a very good idea. And, I guess we could stop, the show can stop now because everybody's all settled. Everything's all good. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
Especially when you're running for president.
That's right.
That always goes well.
How you could run for president with this family in your family seems like a very bad idea.
And we've also established that Robert's family is not exactly
just some clever reporter drop a couple of listening devices around these two houses and they probably could. That'd be it. But
yes.
Tabloid fodder.
Well, the next one is called Compromises, so...
Well, that should go well.
This show, it's either going to be, incredibly generic and can apply to anything, or it's a stupid pun, Feast of the Epiphany
and the missionary imposition. I don't know, Compromises seems kind of tame. It's like they ran out of ideas and said, just put...
That's what I mean. It could mean anything.
They only have so much juice for titles.
Yeah.
They got to work their way up to the next stupid one. Right. But, I don't know. Everybody seems all settled and happy, so I'm sure. Nothing.
We should just quit while we're at it.
It's terrible. I wanted to keep watching this season for Travis, who that scene with him in the car being sick, listening to one end of Kitty's conversation. I mean, he wasn't in the episode very much, but that scene, he earned his money. I have so many questions about that conversation. Yes, indeed. So, and now I want to stay until I could swear Eric Christian Olsen was in this show for a brief time, and Mary McCormick's brother. I can't remember his first name. They were partners in something, and Sarah was working with them for a while. But I looked it up one time. I hope it's this season and not next season, but I can't find it on YouTube or anything. Because once he was in NCIS LA, I was like, that guy was on Brothers and Sisters. Let me go watch him on Brothers and Sisters. And you can't. You have to just keep watching until he's on.
Interesting.
But anyway, we'll watch at least another episode.
Yes. And then we need something to, because we don't have any more Primos, we are going to watch the movie 80 for Brady.
Yay!
Because it has Sally Field. It also
can't get enough Sally Field.
It also has Rita Moreno, who we, of course, enjoy very much. Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin as, 4 besties who go to the Super Bowl because they are into Tom Brady.
Yes.
So...
wacky old ladies. That's the stage of life I'm in now. So let's bring it on. Do they have parathyroid scars and wear nice scarves to cover them? Excellent.
I bet they wear scarves. I
bet they do.
I think they do.
They probably don't explain why, but I bet they do.
So we are going to catch that next time.
Yes.
And that's going to be it for Round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, everyone.